Grizz, let me ask you a serious question. What if we went out and, you know what I'm saying? There's some girls, they're like, wow, you have a really good-looking husband.
Okay.
Would you be jealous?
No, I think, I don't know. No, I don't think I would be jealous. It just depends on how it's phrased, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, because then at that point, it's just like a form of like disrespect. But I wouldn't be jealous.
No?
No.
Folks, she's a goddamn liar. Okay, we've been through this situation before.
We have not.
Today's topic, jealousy.
But jealousy comes in different forms, not just in a relationship.
Well, right. No, totally. But the highest form of jealousy
Is a relationship?
is relationship jealousy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 1,000 fucking percent.
Am I going to need a drink?
You might need 2 drinks. That's right, people. Welcome. How you guys doing? Good. Awesome. Us too. You like that? That was pretty dope. It's me, JP.
And Grizz.
Hi. Welcome back. Another podcast. Pretty fire. We've been doing pretty good. Get some pretty good tons of views on the YouTube. So we definitely appreciate all you folks that kind of listen in.
Yep.
And enjoy the content. Hopefully, please leave some comments below. Don't be shy. I would definitely love to engage more with our loving fans. The very few that we have.
Cheers.
To grow to thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands and all this stuff. And if you're jealous, then listen on this podcast. Maybe it'll change your insight on life, people, on fucking life. Quick shout out, my sponsor, Jesus Art of Barbering. Information's down below. Mr. Guy, I got to go see him. I'm looking a little scruff. You know what I'm saying? That's right. I got to look good, but I can't look too good because then Grizz gets jealous.
Sure. All right. So, what about you? Like, if we're out and someone tells you the same thing, I go, you have a really hot wife.
I'll be like, thank you. Don't ever disrespect me like that ever again. You're fucking
You're
lying. I don't know, like, all right, listen, so, like, it is, like, super weird, right? Because I just feel like men can look at a woman that's, like, attractive, and they're just like, I'm going to smash, right?
So they, like, basically rape them with their eyes?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't like that shit. I mean, and don't get me wrong. I mean, you are, you know, you're, pretty fucking hot.
Thank you.
So it's just one of those things. Like, I just know that, like, I fucked you. And
in your eyes, it's like,
and that bothers me because I fuck you. I fuck you. Okay. Yeah, whatever. That.
Do you?
That thing, yes, correct. I fucking you right now. No, you know what I mean? But, yeah.
What's happening?
I don't know, like, it is just, like, very weird. Like, I don't ever have any of, like, my friends, and if their wife or girlfriend is, like, attractive, like, I never comment on that because I'm like, oh, like, you know what I mean? It's just disrespectful.
Yeah.
And it's, like, totally, like, out of place. So,
yeah, I do think that that's a little weird.
Yeah,
right?
they're like, oh, man, I just want to say, like, your wife is so beautiful. Like, people tell me that, and I'm like, God, you're a fucking creep, bro. Like, get the fuck away from me before I punch you in the mouth. Like, you know what I mean? And some people are like, wow, thank you. Like, I really appreciate it. But it's like, why did you feel the need to take those 20 seconds and tell me how hot my wife is unless you're eye fucking her?
Oh, I never thought about it that way. But I guess females don't think the way that guys think, you know, kind of like I've never looked at a guy and it's like, oh, yeah. Like, you know what I mean? I just, no.
No? You don't look at me that way? Okay, yeah, there we go.
It's different. I'm with you.
Testing your ass.
So.
Yeah, again, it's just totally weird. You know, like, let's say, like, even if me and, like, my friend's wife is, like, cool or something.
Yeah.
I'll be like, man, you know, wow, like, your hair looks great. Oh, man, like, I'm, like, really digging those shoes. Like, you know, but, like, never will I look at him like, dude, your wife is bad as fuck.
Yeah, I think that there's a line that you just don't cross.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever felt the need to tell any of my friends, like, oh, you have a real handsome husband or whatever. You know, maybe because
Right, yeah.
they're not.
Totally. Totally.
But still, like,
Totally
I don't feel the need to do that. I feel like it's disrespectful to even say something like that.
Correct.
I can comment like, wow, like that's a really nice shirt. Justin would look really hot like in that shirt, something like that.
Absolutely.
But that's not like the person that's like commenting like their tier or like, you know, some form of style or something like that. But yeah, it's funny because you don't really express that like your jealousy at all. You're kind of like cool, calm, and collected all the time.
Oh yeah.
You've never been the jealous type around me at all.
No.
I know that you do get jealous. Like when you know somebody, you know somebody. So I know that you do get jealous, but you've never really expressed anything. It is funny though.
Hold my composure, son.
One of our neighbors, this just reminded me of the story. One of our neighbors was like, oh, I'm going to hug your wife. And then you made the comment too. Oh, you actually said it. You're like the only guy I really let.
Yeah. Granted, Steve is like 75 years old. So
yeah, he's like an old guy. He's super nice in the neighborhood.
Secretly on mine, I was like, what an old perv you are, if I could.
Yeah, he like went in for the snug hug too.
He did too. He wrapped his arm around that waist. He was like, bam. It's been years since I had me a little dime piece like that.
Yeah, so I think I'm in agreement with you. You know, I have been in a situation like that now thinking back, and it really kind of pissed me off.
Spill the beans. Let's hear this shit. What was her name?
I remember, I don't even remember her name. I do remember it wasn't even like you have a hot like husband. It was just kind of like I was meeting like the person for the first time, and they're like, I just hope you know that you have a really good husband. I hope you know that. And that took me like...
Thank you, whoever you are. I really appreciate it. I hope you find this podcast.
I do hope, because I hope that you do find out that I did not appreciate that, because it's all like the contents. Like when you meet somebody for the first time, that is not an appropriate statement. I actually talked to several other women because I was like, maybe because I didn't say anything. I don't like to be disrespectful. I was just like, thank you, I do know. And I kind of walked away. And I don't want to be disrespectful to anyone, but it kind of stayed with me. It was one of those things where I was like, what was the contents of that statement? And then it's just one of those things where I think you dissect it more than you should.
Oh yeah.
But then I had my own focus group with friends, and I was like,
right, bitches,
how would you take this? And the majority of them were all like, no, absolutely not. That's something you don't say to someone that you just met.
You get jealous.
Well, it's just what the hell was that comment? I would never go up to someone. I would never go to someone's wife that I've never met if the guy's my friend, which I don't have a lot of guy friends. I just think that it's a thing when you're married, you don't have guy friends. I have acquaintances that I work with and stuff like that, but I don't have any guy friends that I hang out with or anything like that. But I would never go to their wife and be like, I hope you have, you know that you have a good husband. Obviously they know that. They're married to them.
Right, correct, yeah.
You know what I mean? Sure. You can say something like, oh, he's a great guy. We all love him, in the office, or, we all love him when we went to school. He was super funny. Super nice that he brought you around this time or whatever.
You're real? He talks about you all the time.
Yeah, it's one of the things
exist.
But just to kind of go into the introduction that way was kind of what? What are you talking about?
It's fucking. Well, I'm flattered, by the way.
So if you're out there,
there,
it's been a couple years and I'm still pissed off about it.
Whatever your name is, ma'am. Shit.
Now you're
send me an email. Send you a nice bag of cookies or something.
No,
no, totally. I fucking get it. It's again, for me, it's just totally weird. I just don't feel the need to, again, just ever comment on that. You just totally that thing that you just stay away from,
Yeah. But I think that that's a realistic jealousy. Some people in relationships, I think that there is a limit to jealousy. If you're in a relationship and everything that you do triggers some form of jealousy, that is a toxic relationship. You know what I mean? To the point where Like if you're doing your hair a certain way, your spouse has an issue. Same thing. Like if the guy's doing his hair a certain way, it's a problem because you're jealous. Then that's an issue.
Yeah, no. That is fucking a recipe for an episode of Snapped right there. Like,
Yeah, well,
don't
you
do
know,
that shit.
I think that's like being possessive towards someone.
Yeah, totally.
And then your jealousies come from insecurities deep within, like
yourself.
Yeah, you need to deal with
sure.
that before you can ever be in a relationship.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Just like even back in the day, you know, when you were, God, how can I say this without getting yelled at?
I kind of know. I was towards the beginning of our relationship, I was pretty much a hot mess. Like everything triggered me.
Oh yeah, no, totally. Well, just to touch on what you said about, the hair a certain way or wearing like a certain style of like clothing.
Okay.
But like I never once was like,
no,
don't ever wear that. And there was never outfits that I was just like, I kind of don't like her wearing that. Like you know what I mean?
I don't think I ever wore stuff like that though.
Yeah, no, you didn't. But so you had this like khaki one piece.
Oh yes,
it was like a tube top, and it was like short,
which I still have. Yeah,
which you totally have. And I was
like a sentimental thing now.
And I was like, oh my God, that's fucking amazing. Like I don't want anybody else to ever enjoy this, but like it just looked so good, and it wasn't, like revealing.
Yeah.
But
it was very petite back then.
Oh yeah. You was like super, super small, but
I wore that to our like kind of first date to Carrabba's.
That definitely wasn't the first date. It was like the fucking 5th or 6th day. Yeah, we went to Carrabba's.
No, that was like our nice, like
nice bracelet.
Official, like nice restaurant, like present.
Correct.
Like
correct. That was like super nice. Like, hey, like let's go someplace fancy.
It's not like our hangout.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but like I love that. I was like, man, this shit is fucking badass, But like you didn't wear like short shorts or like really short tight dresses or like none of that, and I mean, even if you did, like I'm not the type of person to be like, you are absolutely not wearing that. You know what I mean?
I was with
Obviously, and unless coochie and butt cheeks are hanging out, I'm like, nah, come on, chill. Or something like that's like see through. And yes, I get like the sexy appeal kind of aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
But when it gets to a point where you gotta fucking show tits and like butt cheek and like all this stuff, it's just, to me, is just unnecessary.
At that point, I think it's like, are you trying to look good for your man, or are you trying to look for other men?
Of course.
You know what I mean? Which
like, I'm gonna get this motherfucker jealous. See how much he loved me.
And I think that's kind of like, I think every female goes through that, but it depends on the level of maturity.
Oh yeah.
There comes a time when I think that you are a woman now, that you don't care about that shit. It's like, look, either he's with me or he's not. I can cover myself from head to toe, and he's gonna look at some other girl and go for that, and that's just the type of guy he is, and I don't need to be with that.
Right, that's right.
Or I'm gonna be revealing and stuff like that, and he's still gonna look for something else. And then I don't think that there's like a thing like, oh, I'm gonna make him jealous.
Correct. Yeah, no, that's fucking
like
stupid.
The guy.
It's out of here. Ladies, get that shit out of your head, ladies.
Those are the kind of games too that a guy can get tired of. It's a scary game if like you don't want to lose the dude, because at one point I feel like the dude's like, you know what, I'm not digging that.
Yeah, like, yo, get the fuck out of here.
So
yeah, you're going right, you're going left. Now, there's different types of jealousies, not only in relationships with spouses, but you ever have a friend or something that just kind of gets something and you're like, fucking, why you?
Oh yeah.
Like, you're such an ungrateful piece of shit. Fucking, like, you negative motherfucker.
I think jealousy comes in different forms. I think that you have your inner circle, right? And sometimes the person might not even be like trying to do it maliciously or whatever, but what we consider like a hater, like they want good shit, and good shit is not happening to them. So now someone in that inner circle is having success, or, I'll put it this way. You have like a good relationship, a good family base, and, their family is like, in turmoils and stuff. And then they start getting that jealousy towards you.
Oh, for sure.
So I've definitely felt certain vibes from people when things are going really well for me. And then you just feel that, you know,
envy. You're just like, ugh.
Yeah, like, you know, and they might not be
Why
like
them?
blunt about it, but you feel it. Like energy is a real thing.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And you can definitely feel it when someone's kind of like, why the fuck her? You know, something like that. Especially in the workplace. Like,
oh, shit happens all the time.
All the time. Like, you'll get a promotion, and then people that you thought were in your corner, that were your advocates, sometimes turn the eye and like, why her? It should have been me. You know what I mean? So you definitely feel that.
Hell yeah.
Definitely have to keep a good eye out on stuff like that, because that can turn real toxic too.
Yeah,
you need to steer away from people like that.
Definitely not good. Definitely not good. And
have you ever had an experience like that?
Oh yeah, totally. There's a. Should I tell you about a little work mishap that I had going on? But I'll keep it short. There was this new position that I wasn't aware that kind of opened up.
Oh.
And somebody got it besides me, which is cool. But everyone was like, man, why didn't you get it? And I was like, what the fuck you guys talking about? And they're like, oh, like, did you hear, so-and-so is, the new so-and-so. And I was like, oh, no, like, I totally, and they were like, man, like, we totally thought it was going to be for you because you've been here the longest, and, and we feel that you do so much more for us than, most people, than who the leadership is, they should be doing for us. You know what I mean? Like, they don't do those little things that are much appreciated, like for us, the way that you do it. And I was like, it like is what it is. And then my mentor, fucking love this guy to death, put me to a side, and we just had a conversation about like my growth. And he was like, I really, really wanted to give you this position, and I just couldn't. And then, I wasn't jealous. I think I was just more hurt because I was like, man, like, like I did something wrong that you felt that I was that I was undeserving at the time.
Yeah.
But the person that like got the new position, he's just, I didn't know the person. They were new, and it was just they're like, man, like this person is horrible in this, horrible in this, horrible in that.
Damn.
They started work and they've taken 2 weeks off, and it's only been 30 days. Yeah. And but I didn't know the guy personally. But I sat down, just kind of got to know the guy, and I was like, man, like this is a really, really good dude. So I was hurt more than like jealous that he got the opportunity. But it's one of those things that he was brought to the store because they already knew they were going to give him the opportunity.
Oh, okay.
Right?
But it's still one of those things where you're like, I want that position. You know what I mean? Correct. It's not a like dark jealousy. That's why I said that jealousy comes in like different forms.
Yeah, correct.
You can even look at someone, that's like has a beautiful house, has like, a great lifestyle.
Oh, totally. Oh, look at this piece of shit with a fucking, oh yeah, no.
I wouldn't say it like that way, be like, oh my God, I'm so jelly. Like, I wish that I was in that position. And that's not.
I fucking totally say shit like that all the fucking time.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? It's nothing malicious towards that. But jealousy can take a very dark, turn.
Oh, yeah.
Where people get jealous that you're in a position and actually start backstabbing you.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
And you're not even aware. Sometimes, what I said, people that are in your close circle, half the time when jealousy strikes and you get backstabbed, it is the person closest to you.
Oh,
I mean, it happened to Kevin Hart.
Time, yeah.
I told you that. One of his like best friends.
Boy set him up.
From like childhood. I'm sure was jealous inside of Kevin's success and stuff and set him up. He was the one that like got the girl to, you know what I mean? Kind of set them up, and he was the one that planted like the camera and like posted all that.
What a fucking piece of shit.
That all stems from like jealousy because you probably wanted the position that like.
But my thing is like, like Kevin's taking care of you motherfuckers.
Yeah, I mean,
right? Like,
definitely.
what is there to be jealous about? You know what I mean? Kevin came up and Kevin brought all you guys up with him. Spend his own money, like taking you guys out, making sure that you live in your best life, and then you're like, oh, like I'm gonna I'm gonna extort this motherfucker.
You know, I think that, you know, like I said, it comes from like jealousy. Sometimes it could be like something small, like, you know, all the girls want Kevin and not us. You know what I mean? It's because he's Kevin Hart.
Kevin got the money. That's why.
And then, you know what I mean? You also want to hurt his brand.
Yeah, it's true. Now, you know what? I have the privilege to associate myself with a couple of like people, and in, you know, some cases they're really good people, you know, but I am definitely acquainted with some people that deep down inside I know I'm like, you're one of the biggest piece of shits I've ever met in my fucking life. You know, like, but you're driving that brand new Porsche and you have like the super nice house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're making, you know, tens or, you know, even hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. And it's more along the lines is and you know, maybe you can call it jealousy, but maybe it's just like this thing that I don't understand. I'm like, man, how could someone so disgusting, you know what I mean, like, they're able to obtain, you know, all these awesome finer things in life, and then it's like, man, if I really want those finer things in life, do I have to become this disgusting piece of shit? No, right? But
it'll take you longer to get
there. Correct. You know, like, but the majority of the time, you know, you're like, man, like, you rip people off, and, you know, you lie to people, and you know, and I have sat down and I was like, hey, like, how can you do this? And like, I've obviously got their point of view, and it's a valid point of view, but it's just like, how can you sleep at night knowing that, you know, you are able to do these things? And I think that's what separates me from them. But I also, you know, I definitely respect these people, right?
Yeah.
And it's you know, like, I do look up to them in like some aspects of life, not
of
all,
their achievement,
and not all of them are like that. You know what I mean? Like, there are people that they're like, hey, like, I got where I am because I was upfront and like I was honest, and I'm like, all right, like, I know this person did it, I can totally do it also.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, I've met tons of people just you know, whether it's customers or colleagues or friends or like coworkers, you know, and
I feel like
you
nothing,
sit down, you just talk to these.
Nothing good comes from that, though.
No.
I
Totally
feel
nothing.
that in my gut. I feel like
Totally
if you are like that piece of crap, yeah, you'll get success and, like, you know what I mean, maybe, you know, get what you want, but it's only for a certain time.
Yeah, correct. Until that shit comes back down, raining on your fucking parade.
And then you had somebody close in your circle that was waiting for that and is secretly laughing behind your back.
Right. That's right. And you know what? And I have a very few amount of friends that like I actually keep in touch with.
Yeah.
And it is like for that reason. And you know, it's a shame that, you know, people are out there.
Oh yeah, and it happens a lot.
Doing that shit. Yeah, no. I can't do it.
So if people know me well, they know that I've never been the type of person that, like, I've never had like friends that I've consistently like stayed in touch with. Might be for certain, like, there's a number of reasons why. If I ever get a bad vibe, if I feel like jealousy or something like that is happening within the circle, I break it off. Like, you know what I mean? I don't need to be your friend. You know. Other reasons probably been, I'm in a different place. Like, if you don't meet me where I'm at, you know what I mean? Like, you're not on my level. That sounds super douchey, but
I would say you sound like a fucking asshole right now.
But it is true.
On my level, motherfucker.
No, but it's not. I'm not just addressing that as like a success. I feel like if I have like this drive, this passion, like, for bettering myself, and you don't have those same like morals and like drives, you're very comfortable where you're at, you're not on my level right now, because I'm trying to, you know, reach not greatness, but something better than where I'm at. There should never be a stage in your life where you're content. You should always try to reach for the next level. Totally. Whether that's at work, even at home. So if you've never, you know, if you're not there, then bye. You know what I mean?
You know, speaking of that, I was listening to this motivational piece today, and let me pull up my phone real quick and just look this thing up here, my Samsung Notes. But there was like this saying, and I was like, oh my God, fucking amazing. I can't believe I never heard this. And the saying goes, let me pull it up. It goes, do not go where the path may lead, but go where there is no path and leave a trail.
Nice.
And I was like, wow.
Deep.
That shit just like fucking punched me in the face and like just totally hit home. And I was like,
yeah,
this is exactly how I feel. And, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, I gotta go right where I want to go and like basically just like leave my mark, right? You know what I mean? Like, why follow the path of someone else or the path that I think that I should, right? And it's like, man, like, why follow this path that you think you're like, hey, like, I'm gonna make my path. And like, it was just like so different, like the way that it hit. And I was like, man, this is great. You know what I mean? Like, just leave fear behind, people that are jealous, leave envy.
Yeah.
And just leave all that, you know, shit behind you. And I was like, this is awesome.
Well, and I gotta say, I don't know about you, but for me, anybody that I feel like has been jealous or has wished ill upon me, they kind of just always stay in the nowhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, they're always stagnant and like they're in their same shitty apartment, we're driving their same shitty car.
Yeah.
Or in their, you know, shitty position, or you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's more relevant for me like at work, you know, related, but I've never been that type of person. If you truly know me, you know that like one of my passions is people. And people that, you know, are trying to do better for themselves. So if you ever come to me for advice, you know, I give you advice that's just true. You know what I mean? But I always give it with the intent of you bettering yourself and seeing that success. And I always enjoy that. I've seen people just evolve and excel and pass me, you know, at work. And some people are like, oh, you don't feel a certain type of way that they came, you know, after you and they're in a higher position. No, because I think that everyone has their time.
Oh,
it is not my time. There is other circumstances in my life that maybe I don't want that or it's not right for me, but it's right for them now. So I'm not going to rain on anybody's parade. I'm going to celebrate that they've had success.
Yeah, totally.
And in me doing that, it's uplifted me. People that don't have that mentality, though, I always see are always miserable. They never get out of the hole that they're in. There's something always wrong in their life.
You got that fucking black cloud. You're like, you are fucking
they literally
cancer. You are cancer.
They probably hate themselves, too. So don't be that person.
You want what's crazy? I got a friend of mine, and just quick, because I know we're short on time. I got a friend of mine. They're super awesome. They're probably one of the most negative people I've ever met in my fucking life.
Wow.
Like, everything is just shitty. But so much good stuff happens to them.
Damn.
And, like, you're like, what
I'm
the
jealous
fuck is...
now.
Like, right, seriously. Like, oh, like, you just got promoted. Fucking, like, you're making twice as much money as, like, you were. Like, what are you complaining about? I fucking hate this place. The people fucking suck. Blah, blah, blah. And it's just like...
See, things like that piss me off.
But you're, like...
Because,
so like, what the fuck? Oh, wow. Like, you just... bought a new house, or you just got a new car, or fucking you find like, you know, like $1,000 or something. Like, it's like, you're the shittiest person in the fucking world. And the greatest things happen to you that like people wished would happen to them. I was like, and you were just ungrateful for all of it. And you're still negative. And I'm just like,
how does that happen? Things like that piss me off and do make me jealous because like that a lot of great things or good things happen to my life. And you know what I mean? Sometimes I analyze my life and I get down a little bit, but then I'm like, no, I can't bring this negativity into the world. Like, I want to bring positivity into the world. And I kind of try to steer away. But good shit like that don't happen to me.
I know. It is absolutely fucking insane. Absolutely fucking insane.
Well, maybe after this. Good.
Yes, it's going down.
Good luck for everyone that's like positive thinker and not a jealous hater.
Yeah, word. For real. And you know what, like, and if you are negative and good shit's happening, man, just like find the positive. There's one thing that I learned from one of my mentors, and I respected him more when I had a conversation. Something just kind of really, really bothered me. And he was just like, let me ask you like a serious question. I was like, yeah, sure. He was like, what based on what happened, he was like, what does that change? He was like, does it change how you're going to work? Does it change what you're going to do today? Does it, change like your day-to-day tasks? And I was like, no, it doesn't. I was like, it just changes my emotion, like my attitude, because because it really pissed me off. And he was just like, yeah, but like everything else is the same. He was like, so just who fucking cares? He was like, just go on with the rest of your day because it's not going to affect the rest of your day.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I fucking hate you because you're like totally right. Right?
I mean, whatever is true.
And he's just been like a huge impact for me. Right. So, you're able to change, like if someone's jealous, they have the choice and the opportunity that they can change that emotion into something else that will empower them or motivate them or like make them kind of do something better for themselves. I was listening to this motivational thing again earlier today. I was at Burger King picking up 2 Whoppers and I was like, let me listen to this shit because I need some motivation in my fucking life. And it has helped me through like a lot of times. And, he was talking about how he was like, I went home one day. He was like, after a bad day of work. And he was like, and I was cursing out this guy. This guy is so stupid. And he's an idiot. And he's a moron. He was like, and I was, talking to my wife at the time. And he goes, and her response was, if he is that stupid, why does he sign your paychecks?
Damn.
And he was like, so you can tell why we're divorced now, right? Right? But I was like, oh shit, like what a fucking reality check. And well, so what happened was he was like, man, like he was like this whole time, he was like, I was like in this mood that I wanted to shortchange this guy because I disliked him and he was so stupid. Right? So he was like, I'm guessing he was doing some like maybe some malicious stuff or not performing the way that he should, right? Mm-hmm. Because of this guy. And he was like, and then I realized he was like, I'm only shortchanging myself.
Yeah.
He was like, it has nothing to do with this person and how stupid they are, right? He was like, what I'm doing right now, my performance at my job and just to get by or I'm doing enough just to not get fired, right? Like he's like, I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do where they can't fire me. And then he was like, and then I changed my ways. Like he was like, I was going to work earlier. I was leaving later. I was doing my work. I was doing, double the work. And people were like, why are you doing so much for this fucking asshole? And blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, I'm not doing it for him. He's like, I'm doing it for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it kind of got him out of, like the rut. And, then he obviously, moved up and, and now he's, rich and fucking famous now, but I was like, man, like that is so awesome because, like the guy was like truly jealous and just upset at this guy. He was like, this guy is a fucking idiot. And his wife was like, if he's that dumb, why does he sign your fucking paycheck? And it was like a slap in the face. He was like, damn it, like you're right.
To be honest, I've seen a lot of people in high places that I wondered how they've gotten there.
Shouldn't be there.
But borderline, if you feel that someone is jealous of you or, whatever, don't give anybody any reasons to talk about you.
Yeah, or better yet, if you are jealous of somebody, let us know who you're jealous about and why so we can laugh at you. No. We would definitely want to know what your insight is on jealousy.
Then if it's relationship too, get over it.
Yeah, seriously, man.
Tomorrow that relationship could end and it was all for nothing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I hope it doesn't, but that's the reality of it. The reality is that you are causing this negativity in your life and it might be for nothing. And that's a horrible way to live.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Listen, man, let go, live life. Don't be jealous.
No, jealousy is stupid.
If you embrace stuff, man, there's good things happen to you,
Or you could be a piece of crap like your friend and get everything in the world.
Right. Oh, God, it still fucking pisses me off.
Who the hell is this guy?
It's oh god, it's so annoying, and I'm like, maybe I should just be negative like you.
No.
But
Horrible way to live.
you know, they may get all these great things happen to them, but they are the poorest in spirit, the poorest in emotion, and they just like drag you down, and you're just like, hey, like, may God keep blessing you. I do hope, and you see some good in whatever happens. However, I love the person to death. There will be dear friend of mine. If I hit the lotto, I would probably give them $10,000.
The light was just appalled.
Oh, I know. It's like 40 minutes.
All right, we'll edit this. So I gotta scratch my ear.
I'm gonna start back at $10,000, and then I'll just edit it from there.
Yeah.
So I know. So about 36 minutes. If I hit the lotto, I'd probably give him $10,000 just because they're just a good friend of mine, and maybe
why he has everything good in the world.
Well, they don't have everything good, but
I'm jealous.
But like good stuff always happens, man. You know what I mean? But shit,
wherever you are, I'm jealous of you.
That's right.
Give some of that good karma to some other people.
No, but like stop being negative. Like fuck, please just fucking stop complaining about everything.
Yeah,
life is great. Life is fucking great. I'll tell you one thing. You know, I didn't grow up with all the money in the world. I promise you that. You know, but the joy that I've been able to bring to people from what they tell me, and the joy that people have been able to bring to me, makes me the richest person ever. You know what I mean? Because always had a smile on my face, regardless.
Money doesn't bring happiness all the time, so
sure can.
Definitely not a reason to.
But it buys new shoes and new cars and new phones,
so that you could be jealous of your spouse going.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna buy this.
Either way, you're gonna be jealous.
I'm gonna buy this short ass dress for her, and she gonna wear it. I'm like, no, you can't wear that.
At this dating,
all the niggas are gonna be looking at them booty cheeks.
Nobody gonna be jealous if I go out in a little ass dress.
They're like, oh shit, what's going on? Like, oh man, she got kids. Look at them hips, they're big as fuck. Daddy likes that.
That was a different podcast.
If you haven't tuned in that episode, please listen to that episode. It's fire. But yeah, guys, listen. Let us know about jealousy. What might make you jealous? Or it's you know, if you've ever felt jealousy from somebody else towards you, I would definitely love to hear about that.
Give us stories. I actually like reading like some of the scenarios.
Yeah, please, like, engage with us. Like, that's exactly what we want. You know, that's the reason why we sit here at 2:00 in the morning on a Friday. Doing these podcasts. Because
for me, it's kind of nice because I get to drink. So you guys get to slowly see me get drunk, and I'm going to make you guys jealous by telling you that I'm about to get lit.
That's right. Hopefully Daddy gets lucky tonight. I'm a little jealous because that cup has had more action with her lips drinking out of it than Daddy had action in 72 hours. So, yeah, it's some bullshit. Anyway, people, listen, love you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe, check us out, Apple, iTunes, Google Podcasts, and if you're on both those platforms, check us out on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and watch us as we devour this bottle. All right, guys, peace.